Hi, Rae.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good.
Good.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad that you reached out and
Yeah.
came aboard because these podcasts have been really geared toward dance right now.
Okay.
And we need a little break from that. I mean, it's art versations. It's
Yeah.
not dance versations. And you recently graduated from York University's film program.
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
What an accomplishment.
Thank you. Yeah.
4 years of your life
Yes.
have been dedicated to that.
Yes.
Did you find that to be a lot, or did you love the idea of like not 9 to 5, but like Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
school?
Yeah. I've always loved school.
Okay.
Yeah. I have definitely always knew I was going to go to university.
Okay,
for
yeah.
Sure.
Did you take a gap year or anything?
No.
No.
Okay. I went right into it.
Nice.
I love film. Like, I just love it so much.
That's so great.
I love cinematography. I love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to, I'm from a really small town called Clinton, Ontario.
Clinton.
Where's
that?
I don't even nowhere.
I don't even know.
It's like we're on Lake Huron. We're
Okay.
near Stratford.
Gotcha.
So we're like an hour from Stratford, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like maybe 2,000 people.
Oh, goodness,
Tiny. Anyways, I was, that's where I grew up. I was really excited to move to the city and be with people who also love film and also understand, all of that kind of stuff. So I really loved university. I mean, obviously it's hard at times, but I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's
That's
really
good.
It feels really nice to like look back on it now, especially that I'm done and like officially like have my degree and all that stuff.
You got it. You got the certificate. Everything's there for you.
It feels really good. Yeah.
Cool. You've always been a studious kind of academic person, I guess.
Yeah. I've always really enjoyed learning and I don't hate writing essays kind of thing.
Really?
I know, right?
You're probably like one of 1,000 people.
Right.
Like, I wonder why that is. Maybe like do you have sort of a critical mind? Do you see film and you're like, I'm thinking about it, rather than like I see film and I just emotionally think about it? Like, are you left brain? Are you right brain? Are you a mix of two?
I think I'm a mix.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard when you're a filmmaker, when you study film. It's really hard to just sit back and like watch a film normally. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the film. Both like critical, but it's also like if something can really like hook you in and like get those emotions going, that's also really great. Yeah.
Kind of like you would want to do that too. Like you watch it and you're like, how did they do that?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
I think that goes to a very like artistic and creative mind, because some people will just watch and they think, oh, that was a film and I got something out of it.
Yeah.
Versus like, I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna like figure out why that light is hitting that person at that right angle.
Yep.
So that I can do that.
Yes.
And be cool like that.
Like
you're like a nerd about it almost.
Yeah. For sure, I'm a nerd about it.
Yeah. I think that's great then.
Yeah.
School is important. Yeah. Education, I would say, is important.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not so much like books and essays and like all that stuff, but I think like being in an environment like that, did you find a real sense of like family and support in your classmates?
Totally.
Okay, cool.
Totally. Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, York is a really nice film program where I think we started with maybe about 70-ish production students.
Gotcha.
That kind of went down over the years for sure, but you really get to learn with everyone and get to kind of build crews with people that you really love and work with really, really well and get to know them over the couple of years. And it's a really nice, supportive environment.
Great.
Yeah, maybe I'm sugarcoating it too much. I feel like I am. But yeah, no, it's nice. York's program's nice and small.
And so how many were you at the end of the year?
I don't know. 40?
Oh,
maybe? And, I could name everyone. You know what I mean? It's that kind of relationship.
That's great.
With everyone.
I guess you guys worked really closely together,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the point of the program as well. You work with people very closely. And you definitely find out, who you like to work with and the type of people you don't like to work with.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Which is great. I mean, I think that's what school and specifically film school itself is for.
Figuring out who you are as a collaborator.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really curious about the project that I met you on, which I guess was now about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was our third year. So.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit ago. 2 years.
Yeah, and remind me again. Did you do audio?
No, cinematography.
Cinematography.
Shot it. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
There was so many people there.
There's a lot of people, of course.
And I was like, this is kind of my first time on a film set, so I didn't really know everyone's roles.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But
that's fine. Yeah,
I was very curious, as we were doing it, how everybody had a place and everybody knew when their place was.
Yes.
With the whole roll call of sounds good, cinematography's good, action kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you're collaborating with your classmates and, maybe you know these people on a personal level, maybe you don't, to sort of put away all that and just focus on the project. How did you guys figure that out? Because I was, very impressed by it. You know what I mean? Yeah, do you have any behind-the-scenes secrets or drama?
Yes. I don't know. So, we met on a film called Coda. I guess we should say that.
Yes, that's true.
Which was directed by your cousin, one of my best friends, Rebecca.
The one and only.
The one and only Rebecca Clay. I shot. I don't know. I mean, personal relationships can be tricky. I think on Coda specifically, it was kind of just a group of friends, and I love Rebecca to death, but I think we didn't know necessarily how we worked together professionally at the time.
At that point, really?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, it's so stressful.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we were really good friends, and we definitely still are, but there was definitely kind of a barrier of sort of I feel like I'm a really different person when I DP, when I'm a cinematographer, when I'm on set. And I mean, there's so much from a director's perspective to have to figure out that can be really stressful and kind of cause some tension.
For sure, yeah.
But I mean, we worked through it, and then we also worked together in our fourth year on a film called A Very Short Wait. And we were so good at figuring out how to work together, because we just got I don't know how to explain it, really. It's hard, but working with your friends can be really hard. You have to definitely kind of have a personal relationship, but also a professional relationship, and I think you have to know when to be professional and not be a dick, not be an asshole about it.
For sure.
But also get your shit done. Yeah. School's been really interesting for that. For personal and professional relationships, for sure.
Because you wouldn't have that if you sort of didn't go to school, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Possibly.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
No. It's hard to tell, I guess.
Yeah, it is hard to tell. But,
I'm wondering, if you didn't go to school, would you have just tried to, freelance and get your name out there, or was school, the only option?
I mean, again, coming from such a small town in the middle of fucking nowhere, you kind of have, I needed to move, and I knew I needed to move.
Was there a lot of film in Clinton?
No.
No.
There's quite a bit of theater.
Oh, okay.
So, we're near Stratford, the Blythe Festival Theater. I don't know if you know about that.
Maybe.
We're very close to that. I worked there for a summer. So we're kind of more theater heavy. I remember originally thinking I wanted to be an actor. And wanted to go to theater school because that's what I grew up doing.
Lovely.
My dad's an actor and a playwright as well. So
Is he
just
really?
So just kind of grew up like in that environment. And then I remember kind of having to like break the news to my parents almost. And I was like, no, I don't want to do theater. I want to do film. Like it was kind of like, I don't want to say it's like coming out, but it's like kind of like coming out. You're like, no, sorry, like I actually want to do the other thing. It's just like a little bit. But and they were like, amazing. Like, yes, I have the best supportive parents ever.
Oh, good.
But yeah, no, there's definitely not a lot of film. It's definitely not. It's also very like agricultural environment. Almost everyone I went to high school with goes to Guelph for agriculture.
For agriculture.
Yeah.
Specifically for that.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
So farmland, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So did you grow up on a farm?
No. I grew up in a schoolhouse.
You grew up in a schoolhouse.
Yeah, which is cool.
What is that?
You know, like.
Why am I so not
educated? Why do you not know what that is?
What is that?
You know, like in the olden days when they would have like one-room schools.
Yes.
Yes. So our house is like built around that one room.
Oh.
So like we have the original flooring of the school. And we were like, back in the day, we were like the school on the road kind of thing.
Very cool. Did the school still run while you lived there?
Oh, no,
because that
it had
doesn't
been a
happen
house,
anymore,
like,
Brianna.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we live in like the
yes.
19th century? Like,
yes, I lived in the 1920s.
Yeah.
No, but it's, we have like the original flooring and like some like random old like school books and shit. Anyway, so no, I don't live on a farm, but like all of my neighbors are farmers.
Okay.
All of them.
So you had that setting around you.
Oh yes, yeah. Fields and corn and cows and bring your tractor to school day, that kind of thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That is not how I grew up.
No.
That's very interesting. Wow, bring your tractor to school day.
Yeah, no, I'm so serious.
Like ride your tractor to school?
Yeah, like yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's like and so like now you live in a city. Like what is that like? What was that first year transition coming into that?
The subway was crazy to me.
Was it? Yeah.
I've always loved Toronto. I've always loved the city. I've always been like itching to live in a city. Big city person. So again, I knew I was going to make that transition, and I was so excited to make that transition.
For sure.
I was like, okay, 18, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to school. It's going to be great. And it was. I mean, it is definitely my kind of home life compared to my study life is definitely very different. But I don't know. It's nice. It's like I really love where I am right now. But it's also nice. Like I'm gonna go home this weekend. I'm gonna like go and just like chill with my family, and it's nice to just sort of like we live on like a couple acres, so it's nice to just sort of like go and just like sit in a forest. Do you know what I mean? Like did that kind of like awesome. It's like a nice kind of like
yes.
It would almost be like going to a cottage, I guess, or something like that. Like I'm living in that area.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So it is a nice break from like city stuff, but I definitely could not live there full time.
Yeah.
It's also, I mean, small towns definitely also have their downsides.
Very true. I mean, there's a lot more opportunity here, I guess.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
For
film.
Sure. Yeah. Wow. So you grew up in theater. You had that sort of actor mindset.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm also very curious about because theater and film are so different.
Yes.
And especially if you're working, you work as a cinematographer, director, how do you take a big stage, live audience, and put it into, a screen and a square?
Yeah. I mean, it is really different. Another thing I'll say about the theater thing, I grew up without a drama program in my high school. So when I entered grade 9, they, axed the drama program. And I was like, but do you know the Sears Drama Festival? Do you know what that is?
Sears.
How do you not know what that is?
That's horrible. Is it CEARS?
No.
No.
No, like the company Sears. Like SEARS. How do you spell Sears?
I'm illiterate today. Yes, SEARS. Yes.
Yeah. Like the big box company.
The actual company.
Like the actual company of Sears.
Totally.
Anyways, they have a Ontario Drama Festival.
Okay.
That runs kind of like in the spring of every year. And every high school, like you have like a district level, and then if you win that, you go into regionals, and then you go into provincials.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a track and field of drama. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of competition-ish thing.
Okay.
So it was really big in our area, and all of our kind of like rival high schools have a really good drama teacher who would direct everything, and they'd have like a cast of like 40 people, and it was like crazy, and like very intimidating. And then I went to a school where there was like absolutely nothing. So in grade 11, I adapted a book. I got rights to a book called Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson.
Wow.
And wrote a 25-minute play. Directed it, acted in it with my friend, and we won districts, which was absolutely insane. Because it was just like me and my best friend, and I was like, yeah, I just want to like do this thing, and like it was like her sister was on it too. Like it was just like such a like little passion project, and yeah, like we won like a bunch of awards and went on, and like it was crazy. So that was like, then I like became, I don't want to say became known at such a small school, but like as the like theater kid. You know what I mean? It was like, oh yeah, Rae Bundy, like the like theater
for sure
kid, and it made sense because my dad is very in the community as well. So I did that.
That's super cool.
And then in grade 12, I wrote a play with one of my best friends, Hannah, and we had a slightly bigger cast of 6 people.
Finally a cast.
Yes. So then we kind of like it became more of a thing, and I wasn't in that. I directed that one as well. So I kind of like was able to like, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like to like make a drama program, to like see a lack of something and be like, no, but I really want to do this, so I'm just gonna do it.
Good for you.
You know what I mean? I got like we had like a gym teacher sign all our papers and stuff, because you have to have like you have to have like a teacher supervisor or whatever.
And the gym teacher was
sure, like literally, I mean, she did have a degree in drama or whatever, but
she did.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's cool.
Weird.
That's great though. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what that was my high school experience, was like very theater, very director, writer based. And it is something I do miss. But I also at the same time, I kind of got into like photography very much. We had a really good communications technology program in my high school. So I was able to like take an actual class in film, and there was like 7 of us. It was tiny, but we would just like go and like make these films, and through that I fell in love with cameras and technology, and being able to like make something that more people are going to see.
Right. Yeah.
And then just absolutely fell in love with film. And then decided to go to film school, and now we're here.
So it sounded like you had to do a lot of your own stuff. Like you had to take the initiative and be like, I live in a small town, drama course got cut.
Yeah.
What can I do with what I have and who I have around me?
Yeah.
Grade 11, you adapt your own film.
Yeah, I was like 15. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That truly, that is very interesting to me. And I probably wouldn't have had the gusto and the drive that you had at that age. And with photography, do you, obviously they're so connected, film and photography, it's study of light, whatever, same thing. But taking, do you love to work with film cameras, digital cameras, both? How does that?
It depends on the project. I shoot a lot of film photography myself. Just as a hobby and just to have fun.
Nice. I see a lot of your Instagram posts.
Yes.
Or
film. Yeah.
Like taking a film picture and then putting it online, making it digital.
Yeah, which is an interesting concept in itself.
Very cool, yes.
But I do really like if I'm making a short film or a feature film or whatever, digital is definitely just the easiest way to go.
You had to do both in school, right?
Had to do both in school, yeah. Our first year we had to work with a Bolex camera, which I did with Rebecca, which is so weird to think about. But
were you on the same project as her with the the cats of Istanbul?
What?
Was it? No, maybe
no.
not. Becca's gonna be like, what is she talking about?
What the fuck are you saying?
She did a project or something with a film camera where she had to go to... Yeah, she was like... Or maybe it was squirrels or something. Gosh, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the project that you did.
Oh, fuck, I do know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The turkey thing? I wasn't on that.
Turkey, okay.
No. Sorry.
It's civil, I don't even know.
God, that's funny.
Because I remember that being a whole thing, but...
It was a whole thing. I know I wasn't on that specific project.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Great. Got it.
We did have to learn film, is what I was trying to say.
For sure.
Which is, it's such a good way to learn film. I think working with physical film is such an important way to learn the art of filmmaking. In the sense that it made all of us really, really pay attention to what we shoot, and because you only have that one chance, and it literally costs so much money, and
that's so
all that
stressful.
kind of stuff. It is stressful, but it's such a really important way, because now every time I'm on a set, I'm like, okay, but is this right? Is this exactly what I want to do? And
for sure.
What's my f-stop and what's my ISO, and all the kind of technical stuff that comes along with it. So we did do a little bit of film, and then we kind of had the option in our first year to shoot either film or digital. I chose digital, but just because of expense. But that's another thing; it's just so expensive.
And I guess if you mess up or you lose it.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
and there's horror stories of it's okay. Kids shooting their projects on film and then sending it away to a lab and then getting it back, and something will be messed up with it. It'll be wrong somehow.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of your time and money. So I would love to shoot on film, and that's great because I love the aesthetic for sure. But,
cool.
There's kind of ways around it. And cameras are so great now that you can kind of make something look film-like.
Yeah.
Film-like.
With filters, I guess. Or
that kind of, exactly.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of coloring and have you ever edited? Do you have to learn that as well?
Yeah.
Yes?
So
okay.
Another really good thing about York, I'm just plugging York this time.
Meanwhile, we're recording
we're literally
in
Ryerson.
Ooh,
York is so good.
The beef.
No. I'm sure Ryerson's great. I also applied to Ryerson. Anyway, a good thing about, I've heard this about all film schools, is that you learn every aspect of it. So I had to do a project in it's funny you thought I was in sound because I would never do sound. But
really? Eh?
Yeah. You had to do a project in sound. You had to direct, you had to shoot something. You had to learn all those aspects. So yes, I have edited.
Cool.
It's not my favorite thing in the world. I understand it, I know how to do it, but I'm not gonna go be an editor. It's so much time in a dark room by yourself, and it's not my thing.
Directing,
but
cinematography.
Being on set, shooting something is where I strive, I think. But,
cool.
Yeah.
That's really great that you figured that out, I guess, too.
I'm incredibly lucky that I knew what I wanted to do in grade 12.
Mm-hmm.
And that was I'm going to be a cinematographer.
Nice.
And that's it. And that has never changed.
Cool.
A lot of people go into film school being like, I'm going to write and direct. And then that's great, that's fine. But then they're like, oh, well, maybe I'll just like be an editor. Maybe I'll just do sound. And they change. But I've just always been super, super into cinematography.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
It's good to have a vision and good to also like be on that path already.
Yeah.
Even as a young
super
person.
Lucky,
Yeah. Let's switch gears a little bit. I'd love to talk about your thesis film.
Sweet.
I'll be honest with you. I watched the first 2 minutes and I had to stop.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was about the themes of the film or the like intensity of it, but it was so touching and almost like made me like take a moment and be like, oh wow,
okay,
wow, and it's. Why don't you talk about it?
No, I mean I wanted your thoughts.
I like was starting to watch it and I was like, oh my goodness. This is very, like, right away with the first shots where there's, like, text in the background and you're, like, going all over. There's so many different images in my head when I'm watching it.
Mm.
How did you come about it? What are your inspirations? What was your concept for it?
So when I was really young, my mother sat my sister and I down and kind of, I think she read us like, I was really young, maybe like 6, 5 or 6.
Wow.
And I remember she read us some like children's book about miscarriage. And she kind of lightly explained that she had a lot of miscarriages and that she phrased it as my sister and I were supposed to have a lot of brothers and sisters. And we just kind of like never talked about it again. And the way that my mind works, I kind of took that as like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here, which is dark.
Wow,
but that's just how I took it. It's something that I've kind of thought about forever, and then kind of worked up the courage to kind of like actually ask her about it this past October. And she was actually really open about it and really like good about talking to me about it.
Goodness.
Yeah, it was just it's interesting. When I pitched the film itself to one of my professors, something he said that really stuck with me was like, this is a really important film to make when you're 21. Like this is kind of the right time to make it. And I totally agree with that. Like it being my last year of film school, just kind of where my relationship with my mom was when I made it was really important to me. Just learning about motherhood and kind of her past and what she had to go through.
For sure.
Felt really, really important to me. So I started by just sitting down with her and just kind of like this, just recording a conversation between the two of us at home. And I was like, look, I don't think I'm going to use any of this. She was like, is my voice going to be in it? I was like, probably not. Like, I don't know. And just talking about everything. She just told me everything and I took notes. And I was like, holy shit, you had 7 miscarriages? Like, that's insane to me. Like, 7 is so much. Like, how the fact that she gave birth to my sister is crazy. The fact she gave birth to me is crazy. The fact that we both grew up very, healthy and all that kind of stuff is is great. But yeah, it's insane to think about what she had to go through as a young woman. So after that conversation, I kind of wrote a kind of script based on the conversation, and then casted it and made a little short. And then kind of through the process of editing, I went through all of my home videos and took everything of like
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This is horrible at this time right now. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Continue.
Took all my kind of like home videos of like everything of like my sister and I together, or like my mom with me, or my mom with my sister, and kind of mixed everything in together to kind of make this weird, dark, almost, I kind of want to say horror a little bit. I mean, you felt like, you felt that.
I was a little spooked.
Yeah,
like,
good.
Not in like a not a jump scare.
No,
but like it really caught my eye, and it really made me like think and stop, and especially for a short film too. Like, was that difficult to like work from such a personal place, or did you find it kind of more therapeutic? And
I felt like it was. I felt like it was therapeutic.
Nice.
Again, it felt really important to hear that story from her at this point in my life.
For sure.
Because it's just something we've just never talked about, and that's crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, it is weird. It was really weird to go back and watch all the home videos of me, you know, of us being so happy. Not that we weren't, like, we totally were. It's just crazy once I know all this information to be like, you know, she looks so good, and she was our mom. She's our mom. Like,
she was able to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Wow. She was able to move on and just give us a normal life, and that's it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's really beautiful to hear. I think definitely I've never gone through miscarriage or stillborn or anything. I think that would be very difficult. So hearing that you used your art and used your creativity to talk to your mom and get on a more personal level with her is really, really gorgeous to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. I mean, let's switch gears again. You graduated. What are you doing next? What's your next project?
Right now I'm working as a camera assistant for the summer, which is great.
Nice. Whereabouts?
Just anywhere. Just with a bunch of different DPs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Getting to work with them. And again, it's definitely more of like a technical side of things. But I do really love it. What am I doing next? I am going to shoot a web series in early July called Noir Man, which I'm shooting like episode 3. But it's this weird little like crime thriller about this cop who tries to kind of get revenge on this cult who killed his partner. It's crazy. So many things happening. But it's great. Cool. It's kind of like this weird like dark comedy thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that'll be shot and it'll be out probably in the fall.
Are you DPing it?
Yeah, I'm DPing it.
Great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you're just like freelancing right now. Like,
yes.
Working. Do you work with the same director each time, or same camera person each time? I'm confused.
It's like normally it's like I like have a few of them that I work with. They'll just like text me and be like, hey, what are you doing today? That kind of thing. So like normally the same small groups of people.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good that you have like a job in your field.
Again,
post-graduation.
So lucky.
You know, like
insanely lucky. Yeah. To like be paid for what I want to do for the rest of my life is
right.
Crazy, and I'm 21.
Honestly, a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah.
No, that's a great idea to like get involved in that right away too.
Yeah.
Why wait, right?
Yeah. No, I was super lucky that I was able to get jobs on sets throughout university, so that I kind of was able to have a foundation when I graduated to be like, okay, cool, I can actually work with all these people.
So you've got web series in July. What's happening like? Because September, you're not going to have school.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
It's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It feels really good right now, but I'm sure, come September itself. Everyone's kind of in summer mode now, so it's fine. But come September, I'm going to be like, what am I doing? I don't know. I mean, something I have been thinking a lot about is turning Winter Girls into a feature.
Cool.
getting those rights and figuring that out and writing that up.
Lovely. Sort of moving back to that and like
moving back
revisiting
to
it.
it. I think it's a story about eating disorders. And yeah, just dealing with that subject matter. I feel like is really, really important to do.
I love that you like are not afraid of touching subjects and things that might be like controversial. Or,
yeah.
I think that's what makes great art. To be honest,
agreed.
You know,
agreed.
like
yeah.
Push the envelope.
Yeah.
Offend some people. They can be butthurt over there, you know.
Yeah. My mom had 7 miscarriages. Let's fucking talk about it.
Let's talk about it. You know?
Right? Like,
there's no harm in that.
No. I think it's so important to do.
Great.
Yeah, that's what art is. Let's talk. Let's have those conversations, as uncomfortable as they might be. Like, you know, sitting my mom down and having that conversation was not easy, and was awkward and weird, and
I bet. Oh my gosh.
Felt like a different side of my mom, and but that's good. That's what being an artist is. That's what creating is, right? Like,
love that.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Definitely puts me in a good mood. Makes me understand all the dark stuff better.
Sweet. Cool. Well,
that's really great. Yeah. Thank you so much for sitting with me.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed this.
Great. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do it again sometime.
Please.